Hey, what's up? Danny here, and today I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about something um, that has really been running through my mind over the past week. So recently, my grandmother passed away, and it's been a little bit of an emotional roller coaster for me. But what I can say is that it's definitely made me revisit the way that I look at what I do in my life and how I treat my body, how I treat my body with the things that I consume, the stress that I hold on to, and really kind of wake me up to remember why it is that I'm here on this earth. And I think so many times we get caught up in the day to day that we lose sight of the real bigger picture, and it's something that's much more larger than us. And so whenever it's unfortunate, but it's these reminders of death, and when people pass on, it's these reminders that set our feet back on the ground to say, hey, this is life, and you don't have all of the time in the world, and you need to make the most out of each and every single day. So, why is this so important? Well, for me, my parents both passed away of cancer. So, for those of you who followed me, listen to some of my other videos I shared before that. My father passed away of colon cancer. My mother passed away of brain cancer, and they were both hard workers. They both led very stressful lives, and looking back at it, they didn't necessarily have the best diets either. And so you put all those things into one person, and it's a lot. It's a lot to really expect a longer, more fulfilling and happier life. And so, what are some of the things that, at least for me, some of the things that come to my mind are that, in today's world where, whether you're an entrepreneur or you're someone who works at a 9-to-5 job, there's that constant pressure of I need to be performing, right? Or I need to get this done or I need to get that done. Like, there's a laundry list of things you need to do, but they don't all need to be done today. But sometimes we have that feeling inside of us that it's all got to get done, and becomes overwhelming, and we have to take a step back from time to time in order to rebalance and to reset our mindset, to be able to say that, hey, it's okay. I know I have this list. It's always going to be there, but I need to prioritize and take a deep breath and handle one thing at a time. And so that's something that, it's these moments, these down moments in life when a loved one passes on, that it really makes you, think about your own life and what it is you're here for. So for me, I'm here for my family. I'm first and foremost God. Second, my family, and making sure they're provided for. And but without me here, it makes it difficult, and without me making the right choices to be able to take care of myself first. It's the saying I shared before, which is, if you're someone's drowning, swimming, and you go out there to help them, and if they're pulling you down, the best thing to do is to just break away from them, no matter how you do that. If you have to, pinch them, poke them in the eye, do whatever, because you're no good to nobody if you yourself can't get your head above water, if you can't take care of yourself and be able to support the weight of other people, right? So it's that first and foremost. But so what are some immediate things that I realize that I could take care of in my life to make it better and make sure that I'm here as long as God sees fit? Well, one thing is my diet. I mean, I've been working out a lot, and that's great. And maybe you're working out too. But what are the things that you're putting into your body? If you're loading up on supplements, that may not be a good thing. I mean, most of the times you read the labels on these supplements that says, go to your doctor and check to make sure you are healthy. Blah blah blah. All that disclaimer. But who really does that? Unless you have a serious illness already, like who really does that? Nobody, right? Oh, I'm in good health. I'll just go ahead and I'll take any supplements I want. Well, the truth of the matter is that those supplements, there's, if you go to Vitamin Shop or any of these places, they do have a lot of healthy options, but they also got a lot of stuff with artificial sweeteners and colors and dyes and all these other things. And, it's mass consumption of these over time, or small consumption, I should say, over time, which it masses into something larger, can put a detrimental impact to your health. So as far as, man, I got so many beeps going on here. But we're not being perfect here. We're just shipping things. So I wanted to share this with you today because, for me, I've been working out, but I've been also, maybe drinking a glass or two of wine a day, every other day. And you know what? That's not necessarily, some people would say, oh, that's not a big deal. But for me, I know when for Lent, I gave up for 40 days, I gave up no alcohol. And I got to tell you that was the most, I have to say, I've never been happier. I mean, I was no anxiety, no depression. I actually slept better. And then what happened after Lent, I decided, hey, we'll go out and have a couple drinks, and then we're just back into the same routine. Well, one of the commitments I'm making to myself now, and publicly declaring here, is that I am giving up alcohol. I'm giving up alcohol, and it's easier to say, okay, well, I'm going to give up alcohol, except only on special occasions, but then you always find a way for a special occasion. And so, every day, the way I see it, should be a special occasion. Every day is a special occasion, because every day is a day that you're alive. Every day is a day that you're breathing. Every day is a day that you're able to do something if you're at 100%. And if you're recovering from a hangover, you're recovering from even a glass or two of wine, you're not at your best, then you're not giving your best day your best. Do you understand? And so this is what I'm thinking, and this is what's going through my mind, and this is what's re-bubbling up to the surface again, to say that, you know what? This is a commitment I make to myself. This is a commitment I make to God, a commitment I make to my family, so that I can be my best, perform my best, and live my best. Live my best to be able to serve myself, so that I can serve others. And in doing that, I just don't see there being anything better than to live a life of fulfillment. So anyway, this is what I'm sharing with you. And, not to make it solemn, but, if you've ever lost anybody in your life, a parent or a grandparent or a spouse, a partner, a loved one, brother, sister, doesn't matter, then you know that there's that part of you inside that says, life is short. And what can I do? What can I do to make it better? And more importantly, what will you do to make it better today? So anyway, I hope this inspires you to take action and cut something out of your life that is toxic, or that's not serving you and those around you, and take action today. Thanks, take care, and I will talk to you soon. And if you didn't get a chance to subscribe yet to the channel or to the podcast, go ahead and do that. You can click on the link to subscribe to the video, and you can check this out on iTunes if you're not listening to it already. You can go ahead to iTunes and just search for Black Belt Entrepreneur Podcast, and I will talk to you in the next video. Take care.